More than once, we've showed you how to quickly destroy a hard drive with sensitive data. Pat, of course, has shown you his way.
The screwdriver went, okay, I'm out of here. My God. That's what we just found.
That was a ceramic disc.
Yes.
Little did we know.
Yes, of course, there's my way. Yes, with the thermite. That's 3,000 degrees of molten iron in my backyard.
And boy, were the neighbors ticked.
The neighbors were not happy about that one.
The grass will grow back, Mrs. Crabtree.
In fact, it has grown back. There's weeds there now.
Yeah.
In fact,
healthy weeds.
What we've come to notice, though, is we have about 10 to 20, 30 times more CDs than we do hard drives that need to be destroyed.
Because you burn off, like, work on them, and you burn off Quicken files and personal
video
data.
files.
Can I just do this all day? This is fun.
I remember when these things were 10, 15 bucks a piece.
And now we just destroy them for no good reason.
So the first one here is the Fellows CD Shredder with basket.
Somebody was shredding paper.
Yes, we wanted. Well, it doesn't do crosscut. That's the only problem. That's the one downside of this, is that if you're going to be shredding any type of documents that aren't CDs, you're not going to get that crosscut effect. But it does a great job at shredding CDs. Doesn't even stress the motor. I like this one. It's good for shredding CDs.
So when you say it doesn't crosscut, that means it doesn't have little tiny pieces of CD. It has long, skinny pieces of CD.
That's not a big deal for CDs, but when we're talking about documents and things like that, you always want the crosscut.
It's actually, I've seen where people have had
taped them back together.
Yeah,
that's not
people with angry people with a lot of time. What's that? This is the Fellows PS70. How much does this giant thing cost?
That thing is $170.
Pricey, but fabulous.
This one here, the Royal MD100. We really like this one. Let's turn the power on here first, get it going. There we go. Oh, maybe we don't like this one so much.
Is it still plugged in?
Is it plugged in? You got it, Pat?
It's still plugged in. Is it jammed?
It was working.
Well, let's get past that.
Yeah. This one.
Oh, you know what it is? Try it now.
There we go. There we go. There it goes. Okay. The drawer has to be shut so you don't, like, somehow get your fingers stuck up inside there.
That would be bad.
So this one, not only does it shred, show them the inside there. Nice and cross-cut shredded CDs there. That's awesome. No one's ever going to recover that. Now, let's put this back in. One other thing I wanted to show you. Let's ship this. There we go. Is that shut all the way?
Close enough.
This here is a floppy disk, a standard 3.5 floppy. Now, we're going to stick this in here as well, and it'll actually do 3.5 floppy disks. Isn't that awesome? Ooh, yeah. That's awesome. I like that. This goes for $150 from Royal. Isn't that cool? That's cool. It also does credit cards and all different kinds of things. Now here's another one.
It's also heavy. Along
the same lines, does CDs and floppies. It seems like the motor is a little more hardcore on this one.
Yeah, it sounds like you're about to,
That's the Alara Shredder, $119. Also does floppy disks.
Cool.
And we can show them what the inside.
Have we run out of our stash of floppy disks?
I don't know if I should be putting my head
I wouldn't.
There we go.
Suddenly blood and screaming.
Yeah. So, standard pieces like you would. Not the cross-cut on this one either, but it's
so you're a big fan. You're somebody's going to, stitch these together.
For documents, yes, but not for CDs. CDs it doesn't really matter. This one is kind of cool. This is actually my favorite out of all of them. Let's slide them through here. Rather than shredding the disc, let me tilt it up here for you. When you put it through, let's put it through like this. It just slides it through, and if you take a look at the disc now, can we zoom in on that a little bit? You'll see that it's put all these little marks, indentations on the disc. And if you slide it through a few more times, it's really going to mark it up. Take a look at that. So that makes it completely unreadable, and you're not going to get any of the stuff on your hands like you would with the shredded, where you get all the shred all over the place.
And it makes such a lovely texture.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this one. This one retails for, let's see here, I'm going to try to have this one for the $49.99. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
And you don't have to worry about getting all the little bits and pieces all over the place.
Which is a big plus. Well, obviously, we were a little over the top here, but it's a lot of bits and pieces. Now, speaking of bits and pieces.
Speaking of craziness, this one here, the DXCD manual destruction device. Take a look at the inside here. This is going to use, you hand crank this. And these are actually little pieces of, what would you call that, Pat? You know this stuff more than I would. It's kind of like what you use on a car.
Yeah, that's actually grinding wheels off of a... It's like, it's a 3M grinding.
Yeah, little 3M grinding wheels. Now, this actually meets Department of Defense specifications for destroying CDs.
Are we smelling some $500 toilet seats with this thing? How much does this thing cost?
This thing right here runs $1,300.
No, we should say it
put a disc in there.
Like you could put this in like an Abrams tank, and it would be a happy competitor.
It weighs like close to 50 pounds.
Look at this, like there's latches and strapping and giant handles.
Now that we have all the latches down, if you take a look here, it tells us rotate clockwise. So now we go like that about 4 or 5 times, and then once we've done that, we go ahead and pop the sides off. Like anyone would go through this much trouble just to destroy one CD.
It's procedure, son.
Now, as you can see, it started to grind the top of the disc off, and you actually get all these particles.
So this is more like not just destruction, but sort of an anger therapy kind of thing.
It totally goes to the inside of the
I'd
CD
say that's
there.
probably toasted.
Yeah, and you can do this a few more times to get a little more. And it puts all this glitter for the clubbers out there that want to, it gets you all glittery. Now, if you don't have the time to do any of this, or you don't want to buy any of these, this one I like the best, though. We have one other alternative here. It is the microwave oven.
Yeah! Yeah, remember, kids, don't put metallic objects in the microwave oven. Don't put the cat in the microwave oven. Don't put your little sister or your little brother in the microwave oven. These are bad things that result in death, destruction, or at least melting the surface or cracking the ceramic at the base, which will get you in trouble with mom and dad. Remember, don't do this. Now,
that being said, it's a lot of fun. Take a look inside here. We have a couple discs already inside, ready to go. I'm going to shut the side here. And I like to choose the either popcorn mode, and we just do like 10 seconds here, and then we hit start. Now watch the discs inside here. You'll see them. There we go.
Yeah.
And now once we've done that, we open up, and they're nice and done. A little bit hot, so you got to be careful. And take a look at the disc there. Completely destroyed. Isn't that nice? And flip that over. Yeah.
The data's destroyed, and you can use it as a Christmas decoration or a fabulous retro
thing. Like a nice Christmas ornament or something like that, doesn't it? That's cool, but that's a nice, cheap, inexpensive way. You know, the cops are knocking on your door. That's what I do. I'm just saying.
Well, and we thought last week was Dark Day. You can find details on every single one of these CD and media destruction gadgets at thescreensavers.com. Do you have the full article?
Yes, I do. Full article with all the prices and links to where you can buy each and every